and welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You'll help us grow massively and get on this journey with us. If you want to get involved, get in touch. If you want to appear on the episodes as well, just message me on Twitter or drop us an email. The link's in the description to the video. I just want to say a massive thanks to Luke Roper and the team for having us in the box, me and Ryan. It was a fantastic day, a day that I'll always remember. The seats were brilliant, the food was amazing. Normally I'm used to like a pucker pie or something, but we had like beef and salmon and we had beers on tap. It was just an amazing experience, and we was joined by Max Stokes and Owen as well, so we had a great day, all of us together, it was just absolutely buzzing. So back onto the game, it was great that we got the first home win back at Villa Park. It's imperative that we make our home form and make Villa Park a fortress this season. We need to get as many points as we physically possibly can. I felt like the start was a little bit it was a little bit nervy, to be fair. I felt like the crowd was a bit edgy. It was it was a bit of a random vibe at the start. It wasn't what I expected, but I feel like it was because Wilson was clean through as well, and it was just a bit of a weird one, really. It took us a bit of time to get going into the game, but I felt when we sort of started to get our foothold, we started to impose ourselves on the game a little bit as well. But fair play to Newcastle, they started the game pretty well, but like I say, once we started to get our foothold in the game, we started to look a lot better and we looked a lot more settled. And it wasn't until Ramsey started getting on the ball and picking it up in pockets and driving forward and playing a few nice little touches, and I felt he combined a little bit with Buendia when he came into the game. We looked better in the first half, and I think massive game for Ramsey. I thought he was brilliant. I felt like Watford, we saw glimpses. He came on and changed the game slightly, but yesterday he put in a real good performance, and I think if Ramsey starts to get a little bit of confidence, it's going to do him the world of good to maybe feel like he owns that type of position for us. So I think it was great to see him have a good game, one of our own. I felt McGinn was back to McGinn. I thought he had a very good game. He was everywhere. His distribution was good. His touches were great. I felt like McGinn had a real good solid game as well. It's just nice to see that midfield sort of came together a little bit in parts of that game. I felt like it did actually work really well. So I think there's definitely room for improvements on the midfield, and I no doubt we'll find the right sort of combination. But yesterday I thought it was definitely a lot better, and I feel a little bit more settled with it. And then let's talk about that goal. I mean, what a goal. And I think massive credit needs to come from McPhee as well. So I was in the Trinity Road and I was watching the dugout quite a lot, and he's heavily involved in throw-ins, corners, during the game as well, but don't get me wrong, but he's orchestrating what was going on, and I felt you could start to see yesterday the implementation of the direction we're going. So we're going on the long throws, which we're getting Mings and we're getting Konsa up, and it just works, to be fair. I've seen West Brom doing it as well this season in the Championship, but Premier League's a little bit of a different level. So so Mings got the first header, the knockdown, and landed at Ings, and a bicycle kick. Every time you watch that goal, it gets better and better and better. I've watched it about 100 times already today. I just thought it was just, what a finish. Probably goal of the month already. That's what he can do. One chance, one half chance, and look what he can create. And he's a fantastic striker and a brilliant finisher as well. But yeah, McPhee, I think it's great to see his involvement, and what I like off corners as well. We're sort of dragging a pacey player really to the touchline as well, so it looks like we can maybe start to get a counter. I was impressed with that, to be fair. VAR, impressed with VAR as well at Villa Park. I think it worked an absolute treat yesterday. The handball, we managed to get the penalty as well. And then obviously when Martinez took out Wilson and it offside. I thought it worked a treat as well. I know Brucey was moaning about the lines, but I still think if it's offside, it's offside. I'm not sure whether you can just make a thicker line to give the attacker the edge. I think it's still, if you're offside, you know, they're not trying to change the rules of being offside, to be fair. So Brucey, a little bit more. I don't know whether that quote was true as well about him saying that it was raining and he'd not trained in the rain or the wet this week. If that quote is true, oh my God, Newcastle fans, I just feel like we've heard them excuses there or thereabouts. We've heard all that sort of stuff he talks about, but he was moaning a lot in his press conference after, so you know, I just feel like he's just a bit of sour grapes, really. I was buzzing for Dino. 3 points, you know, we're off the mark, we're up and running. I feel like it might ease a little bit of a bit of pressure as well that he probably might be feeling, but I'll back him all the way. Definitely bring on Brentford. I feel like we've got another good game at home coming up. We've got the cup game as well, so we can start getting a little bit of confidence. And we've got players that need to come back into this team as well. He was looking at the bench yesterday, sort of thinking, oh, it looks a little bit weak here. There's nothing really coming off the bench that's going to change the game too much. But we've got Traore to come back, Sanson, Watkins, Bailey. I said in the last one that the team that we start in games now is probably not going to be the team that we see finishing the season. So we're only going to get better and better. Just a little bit of a reaction from me. Some of the boys are a little bit busy today, but we'll be back for a preview of Brentford. I just thought I'd give my thoughts a little bit, but let me know how you feel like the game was as well, where you sort of thought we need improving, or what stood out for you that looked really good as well. So don't forget to get involved and have your say in the comments down below. But thank you for watching. Cheers for all the support, and up the Villa.